Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is check the grease in the rear end. And let me say this, I have bought a lot of cars down through the years. Almost every one I buy, and I try to make it every one I buy, I check the rear end grease, because those rear ends are pretty heavy, and just for everyday daily use, a lot of times I've seen them be dry as a bone and people still driving them around. They will get hot and they will burn out, and they'll burn out bearings and all that stuff, but it's a really simple and easy thing. Save yourself a pain in the neck to get under there, and there's going to be a bolt in that transmission, in that rear end. I mean, somewhere where I can put some grease in it. So I need to get under there with a flashlight, figure out what size of wrench I need to get that off. I may want to get rid of this bed, the spare tire thing, before I put the bed back on. Let me ease up under here and see what we can find. See one on the back, must be on the front. My Ford rear end and the rat rod is the same way. A lot of times they'll have a bolt back here somewhere, but a lot of times they'll also have them on the front of the pumpkin. They call that the pumpkin right there. So I come back out and go around to the sides and look for that. See, this thing here, I ought to get rid of that. I'm under here, I'll do that too. Let's make sure we get that greased before we do. Thanks, buddy. That was a big bark. I didn't see one there. What are we barking at out there, buddy? Yeah, there it is right here. See that? That's it. And that's going to take is that square? Sometimes that'd be the same as a socket wrench. Yeah, sometimes there'll be one of these. Sometimes it will be that right there. I think that's what it's going to be. I might need to tap it in there with a hammer. There's been a lot of different combinations as to how to get the right amount of grease in these. Back in the old days, I had a friend that worked at the GM assembly plant down in Atlanta. He used to say and this would have been on like the old Chevy rear ends. He would say you fill them up, and then you suck out enough to fill up a Coke bottle, and then you got the right amount in there. Yeah. I suspect. See, back in those days, if you had a rear end, if you had a Ford or if you had a Chevy, they were pretty much, they're pretty standard. Nowadays, you can have a different rear end for your Ranger, your F100, your F150, your you name it. You can just go up the list of different rear ends. And it used to be on the Chevrolets, the drain would be kind of back here on the back side, up high. Not the drain, but the fill. There's usually a drain on the bottom. But where this is where it is, see, this is where your big ring gear is right here, and this is where your axle gears are. But if I fill it up to here, it's going to be up to the higher edge where the axle bearings are. So I'm going to fill this till it leaks out, and then I'm going to stop. And I've got some rear end grease. I think that stuff they call in hub oil right there is some of that Lucas rear end grease. I've also got some, see that says 85 by 140 back there. Well, that's rear end grease also. But this is for overworked and often neglected Lucas hub oil. It's heavy duty blend of special oils, etc., etc. This could be for like to put out on the end of the wheel, on the end of the axle, but you can certainly do what I'm going to do, because it's good. This Lucas stuff is good for whatever you got, and I'm just going to put this in there because that's the kind of guy I am. Not recommended for use in engines. Yeah, that's because engines don't need oil that thick. So let's see if we can get some of this out of here and into there. Probably have to cut the tip of this thing off to get it in there. And I may just climb over in there myself to do that. By the way, often when you get a jar of this, it's going to have a seal. You have to take that cap off and get that seal off of there. Sometimes you have to cut it, sometimes you don't. But they put that on there to, I don't know, I guess so you won't drink it. So your kids won't pick it up and drink it like a baby bottle in the parts store, I suppose. But, yeah, put that on that. Now let's see if we can get some of that to go in that hole up here. I see some running out. That is some thick stuff right there. Yep, and that's full. So that's all I needed. So this actually did have grease in it, which is good because sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do. So I'll stick this right back on here. Get my fingers lubricated here good. That's good that I had enough in there, because that means it hadn't been leaking out, which is good. Because if it had been leaking out, that'd mean I have a leak somewhere I have to look for or fix. And a lot of times where they'll leak is right up here in the front where this shaft goes in. I've actually got a seal hanging on the wall over there for the one in the rat rod. The one in the rat rod is a 57 Ford rear end. They call it 9-inch. And it used to leak a little bit, but I put some of this Lucas rear end grease in there and it stopped leaking. It did what it's supposed to do. So it's always a beautiful thing. So that's done. Next thing I'm going to do is take the spare tire hangers off, and then I'm going to try, I've got an exhaust system I'm going to try putting on here. After I do all that, I'm going to paint the frame. The paint actually hasn't come yet. I ordered some. It's coming. But I'm going to get this off of here. We'll see how much we have to wrestle to get that to come off. Oh, the joy. I'll cut y'all off for now. You know, I think that's stripped. I think what I'll do is just get me a grinder and grind it off of there. Now, once again, we're getting into gas tank territory, but I don't see any leaky gas here. And I could cut it off down low. Well, let's see. Sometimes you can unhook these, bring them up through the hole like that. Might make it a little easier. So I might cut it at this angle here, because my sparks will be up here on the other side of where the tank is. I'm cutting it down here, sparks are going to be coming down under the tank. I might could see, I've got this thing goes up through the frame, but there's also this clip here, and if I cut it down below the clip, I'm still going to have that hanging there. I'm probably going to need to cut the clip off and then raise this up and try to cut that middle, that inside part off. I might need to go eat a tomato sandwich first before I do that. I'm feeling a little peckish. I'll put y'all off and go do that, I think. Maybe change into some shorts while I'm at it.